It has been a crazy first 4 races of the 2024 Amsoil East Series Championship. So many twists and turns, so many flips and turns, and we've had 4 different race winners. And tonight, the East Series Drivers takes on possibly one of the bigger races of the season. They take on the legendary North Wilkesboro Speedway. 50 laps on tap, and we'll see what happens with the point standings. 4 races to go, and it's the Bank of America 200 at North Wilkesboro. What's up, everyone? It's the boy on Racing 97, aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome to North Wilkesboro Speedway. A iconic racetrack. We brought it back for the Truck Series earlier this year, and now it's the E Series turn here. But one thing that is going to be interesting here tonight, in between the truck race earlier in the year to now, the track has done a repave, so it's going to be interesting. There's still going to be some tire, but not nearly as much as what it was for the truck series. It was like a second after 2 seconds, some of the worst all season for them. It's not going to be up to that levels of tire here tonight, and we'll see what this newly repaved North Wilkesboro does, because we're planning on using this one for the Krispy Kreme National Series next year. I'm not on first when I'm joined by Alex for the first time since the season opener for the E Series. Things have changed a lot, but welcome to the booth.
Thank you. This is going to be a fun race, and I'm a little sad we're not going to have the tire that we had earlier. If anyone remembers the Wassup Series race that was here back in May. Nicholas Ambidio, who happens to be starting on the pole here tonight, ended up playing some strategy and winning that race, but oh my goodness, he had so many different tire strategies going on at the end of that race. It was very fascinating. Not necessarily going to be the case here today, but a very fast and slick racetrack here, a newly repaved North Wilkesboro Speedway. It's going to be a lot of fun seeing how it all goes down for these E-Series drivers here tonight.
Absolutely, one of the bigger races for these drivers, and let's see what ends up happening with the point standings leaving here tonight, because Sam Dio starts on pole, he's on the inside. Takashi starts 5th on the inside. Beal starts in 9th on the inside. But then you have Dale Campbell, the point leader, starting in 8th on the outside lane. And yet Burnett, who's 5th in points, starts 4th, but he's also on the outside lane. So, historically, North Wilkesboro is normally on the bottom. So with the point leader, Campbell starting up top, and then some of his competitors starting on the bottom, how do you think that's going to affect the points here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, with this being an equal rating series, where you start actually matters quite a bit. So with Hamill being where he is here, do you think that it's going to be, a little bit tougher for him starting in that outside lane, but he is midway through the field, so he'll probably still be able to rebound enough to really hold on to the points lead, but very tight up front with these guys in the championship standings, and every little mistake, every little thing that happens is going to be crucial. So we'll have to see what Hamill can do. He's had a great season. He's had the best season so far. We'll have to see what he does there, starting from that 8th position.
We'll see what Hamill can do. He is the point standings. Hamill has had 3 top 5s in 4 races. That is the most of anyone. He has 7 point lead over Takashi. Beal in 3rd at -8. Sam Dio in 4th, -9. Burnett in 5th, -10. Ream also -10. And 6th, Fields Mayer having a quiet season in 7th, -13. Trey White in 8th, -14. Ronald Kennington, the Mayoka point leader, in 9th, -15. And then Skylar Taylor in 10th, -18. And here's the starting lineups. As mentioned, is Nicholas Samdio on the pole, and the Sean Munn alongside him. Role number 2 is Fields Mayer and Matthew Burnett. Role number 3 is Kasumi Takashi and Jack Haas, who I believe has flipped twice already this season. The league does not flip the can here tonight. Role number 4 is the number 6 of Will Parrish, and alongside him is the pointing of Dale Campbell. Then right out the top 10 is Brandon Beal, and the number 10 of Vogel Dorn. With that being said, let's go and get these draws running off here at North Wilkesboro Speedway for race number 5 of the season. Well, Alex, North Wilkesboro Speedway, one of the bigger races of the season for these E-Series drivers. Who do you think will win here tonight?
Well, it's hard not to go against the driver starting on the pole. Nicholas Sambidio won the Wassup Series race here back in May. And And it's going to be hard for him to lose this one, I feel like, just given that experience on the racetrack and just experience in general. But watch out for Felix Mayer in the 97. I do feel like that's a good place to start. You should know that very well. Third place is a very good place to start. You got that win in the Truck Series at Dover on my end from third place. We'll have to see if Felix Mayer can do something. But I'm going with Sam Video on the 18 here tonight, North Wilkesboro.
Mr. Edge, Nico Sam Video Sharma, and the leaders to the green flag, and we are racing the Bank of America 200, one of the bigger races of the season, with race 5 of the season. Side by side between the top two, Sharma trying to rip that second lane. Not really sure how well that second lane will be here tonight, but it will be the number 12, I believe, gained that lap 1 lead, and that's the bonus point towards the championship. Ramon, the 10 of Local going into the outside wall in the back, and unfortunately gonna drop back all the way to the back of the field. And Sam Dio finally gonna make that inside lane toward that second lane. Is not as bad as I thought it would be. He's able to at least challenge, but now we'll see what Mon can do with Felix Mayer all over her back bumper.
Yeah, there's a lot of grip on the outside lane with this being a newly repaved track, but the inside's still the best place to go. Shortest way around the racetrack, of course, and Felix Mayer getting a run to the inside right there for second. And now Nicholas is in a position to just control this race. Of course, no pit stops in this series, so as long as you take care of the tires just enough, we're going to have a little bit of tire wear, but not too much. He's going to be in a good position to possibly steal this thing and just go right away with it. But you got the one machine moving his way in the inside, or moving her way, Kasumi Takashi there on the inside lane. She's had a good season there, battling with Derek Campbell in the championship standings. And then you got, what is the 06 machine there, the 6 machine, I should say, of Will Parrish. There also on the inside of Shauna Martin, still falling back on that outside lane in the 12 machine. And, you know, it's very similar to the old racetrack here before they repaved it, where, you know, they kind of overshoot going into the corners right there, just not going to have the tire wear going later on into the race like we used to see with that racetrack.
We have a foul down in Sharma. The outside lane is competitive, but now she's stuck up on the high side. Got passed by Sam Dio, Felix Mayer, Takashi, and now Will Parrish. Hamill is still dropping back on that number 15 machine, almost in the back of the field. Not what he wants to see, especially with some of his drivers up front, like Beal and Takashi, battling for the championship and save it with Sam Dio. So, not looking too good for Hamill early on, but only on lap number 8 of 50. And let's see what ends up happening. Beal trying to get past this number 12. This is really the only battle, and unfortunately it's for the number 12 Amon to just keep on falling back through the field. Oh, Takashi went wide into turn 3, tried going for the second place by Mayer, but not quite was able to get there. Might have gotten a little bit of a run, and we have to wait and see. Might have a battle for second here.
Yeah, good run for Takashi right here, trying to get around to the inside of the 97 machine. Not quite enough grip quite yet. You know, these guys, you know, with it being an equal rating series, there's not much difference between these cars, so, you know, these guys in their respective positions are going to generally stay in their respective positions throughout the night. I do have a move, or a pass for the position back in there. 28 machine moving to the inside there of the 30. That's Ryan Little on Bradley Ream right there. Shauna Robson, or should I say Shauna Martin. Getting confused with real-life drivers there. Shauna Martin there falls back all the way to the 6th position. Not necessarily the start that she wanted. This was actually the 7th after starting on the outside pole. And here we go for second place. Takashi moves to the inside of Felix Mayer for that position.
Takashi always has a win in the main ALCA series earlier in the year, but not quite been that dominant. But would like to give a shout out to Sam Dio. I know he's in the lead, but he is the only driver with 4 top 10s through 4 races. So Sam Dio trying to make it 5 straight and trying to get his first win. But Takashi might have saved herself, her stuff a little bit, because there is gonna be maybe half a second to 3/4 of a second tire fall off here during this race, and that might be taking a little bit into effect. And look at Takashi whipping this track and trying that second lane. I don't know if that's really gonna work for her. Might get a little bit of a one. Same with Dio trying to block on the exit. Very fascinating stuff here. Want to run on the bottom as much as he can, but Takashi might have a faster car than Sam with Dio here. And oh yeah, we only have 3 or 4 tens to fall off, and it's not gonna be a lot of fall off, but it's gonna basically you affected these guys the entire race, so you have to save their stuff. And maybe that's what Sam Dio was not doing, and maybe that's what Takashi was doing, but I don't know, that second lane's just trying it, but it's not really working. Oh!
Oh, and in the wall. 95. Brandon Beal just completely overshot the corner out of nowhere right there, and thankfully that did not end up in a caution. We got a battle for the race lead. Takashi going for it on Sam Dio right here, and that 18's going really wide, and that tire wear might be coming into effect right now, but this one machine is really quick here in North Wilkesboro.
Sam Dio trying outside. Takashi gonna send it. Almost makes contact with Sam Dio in 3 and 4. And our third different race leader of the night. And it is gonna be Takashi out front. Sam Dio trying to get that one build up on the second lane. Beal slapped out some wall. That's unfortunate for him. Cost him a few spots. And now Fields man to the inside of Sam Dio. Sam Dio cannot let this happen if he wants a shot at this race win later on in this race. But how about Fields man? You mentioned it. Started third, has been in third all race long, and now trying to tackle this number 18 of Sam Dio. And looks like the number 97 is going to get here off of turn number 2. And now we got potentially a battle of two long-run cars of Mayor and Takashi.
And Sam Dio did use up his stuff there pretty early on, and that's actually contrary to how he won the Wassup Cup Series race here, because he had those fresher tires later in the run in that race to get past Bryce Egan to win it. Here for Sam Dio, though, I don't know if he's going to be able to rebound back, especially with the tire wear only going to get worse in this race. But with Takashi and Felix Mayer, maybe they wear their stuff out here, and then that 18 has an advantage going further in this race. 97 there, Felix Mayer doing a great job in this 97 machine, trying to close in on Takashi, but the one machine looking to take the points lead. A very good opportunity for her to do so, because our points leader, Derek Campbell, coming into this race, is not doing too well. All the way back in 16th right there. And that's not how you hold on to a points lead, especially with only 18 cars in the field. And the way it's running right now, Takashi's going to take that points lead away from Derek Campbell going into our next one.
Oh yeah, not a good night from Hamill. Mentioned that he started in 8th, and that's not too bad of a spot at most tracks, but especially here, don't want to be on that outside lane, and he's not really been able to make up any ground either. Just stuck in the back of the field. Unfortunately, Sean Mullen, I don't think she has a long-run car whatsoever. Lost another spot to the 17 of William Ayers, and might lose another spot to Jack Haas. And look at all the cars right behind Haas as well. Weem, White, and that 69 of Long Kennington. So not a good night for Sean Mullen. Don't think she has a long-run car here. But how about that number 1 of Takashi starting to pull away massively all of a sudden for almost a 1 second advantage over the field. Made it in second, same with Dio in third. How about Burnett out of nowhere inside the top 5? He's another driver. Top 5 in the point standings that needs a good one and is having it. Takashi, Beal, Sam Dio, Burnett, they are all in front of the point of Dale Campbell, who is in the back. Next somebody will be halfway through the Bank of America 200 already, and it's getting good here up towards the front.
And a good run for Matthew Burnett here tonight in that 20 machine, I should say. Definitely seems to have a long run car right there. And Takashi pulling away by over a second now on Felix Mayer. The thing is, with there only being 18 cars in the field, even when these drivers overshoot and get into the wall and all that, lots of times we do not see many cautions in these smaller field races. You know, sometimes we do, but I know you said you had a couple of flips, but the way this racetrack goes and the way these guys are all spread out, there's a very good opportunity this thing will go caution-free, which is going to play in Takashi's favor as we move on further in this race, because she's still pulling away from that 97 right now. Got a battle right here between the 17 and the 95. 17 there, William Ayers trying to get around the 95 machine there of Brandon Beal, who did overshoot the wall not too long ago, has some damage from that. Still hanging on to a top 10 spot right now. Definitely a fascinating race so far, and we've definitely seen some movement up front, but that one machine clearly seems to be one of the fastest cars. It's like Blaine Keys is driving the one machine here. Though, it's not Blaine Keys.
Absolutely gone. I believe the number 1 has the fastest lap, and oh yeah, by a full 10th over Wilma Ayers, who has the second fastest lap. So, this is the fastest car here tonight, by far. And something must have happened with this number 1 right at halfway, because the last 10 laps has Now this one machine has turned into a rocket ship and almost a 2-second lead now over Felix Mayer. Sam Leo still trying to hang on to this third position, but this is going to be very tight for the championship, because if things stay where they are, no matter what happens to Dale Hamill, it's going to get tight a lot between Hamill, Takashi, Beal, Sam Leo, Burnett, maybe even Bradley, maybe Felix Mayer as well. So that's the thing about these smaller fields. If a lot of the championship contenders are running up front and you are in the back, we're going to lose so many points. And with only 3 races to go after tonight, that is not what Dale Hamill wanted to see. And he's actually lost the other spots in 17th out of 18 cars. Bad night for that Kamish Toyota.
Now that one machine almost with a 2-second lead, so it's going to take a caution for anyone else to get to her at the end of this race. But still, points at stake for all these drivers, and of course with it being a strict points format, and a very short season at that as well. Only 8 races if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And we're just about halfway through the season here. You absolutely need to get as many points as you can in each of these races, and for someone like Derek Hamill who came into this race with points here, not a good race for him. How about Matthew Burnett here going for a third on Sam Video? That 18 just does not have the long run speed. The 20 machine's probably going to get to second. I don't think it's going to have enough speed to get to Takashi though in the 1. Unless we get a yellow flag in this race. Also another position right there as the 28 machine and Ryan Little goes to the inside of Sam Video. Not Sam Video's night in the 18 machine. Not driving like William Sawalich in that car, unfortunately. But you know what? Still holding on to a top 10 right here. Top 5, I should say. Gonna go back to the inside of Ryan Little's. Got to be careful right there as they slide up the racetrack. And we're going to do a point where the tire wear is very significant. So it's going to be even harder for these guys to make passes, especially with these guys having 35 laps on their tires.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Gonna take a quick look. It's kind of evened out a little bit for some drivers, but going through the back part of the field, it's still really bad. And actually, it almost looks like the tire has gotten better as this race has gone on. That's kind of weird. Because at the start it was 4 or 5 tenths, and now it's only 2 or 3 tenths. So don't really know what's going on here at North Wilkesboro, but I do know William is going to get past the number 6 machine, the Will Parrish, for that position. I believe that would be the 7th spot. And then the 18 is still all over the back bumper of the 28, trying to get that spot back. But it is a 2.5 second lead, and we are basically focused on the battle for second, potentially, between Mayer and Matthew Burnett, because it's not been a good race for the race lead for a hot minute. And that's just how it goes down here at North Wilkesboro. That number 1 is just absolutely a rocket ship, and trying to get a second win, I believe, overall in the August Series, one at Oswego Dirt all the way at the start of the season in the main August Series, and trying to do something that Ron Kennington has done. And I think maybe the only one other than Kennington to win in multiple series at once this season. And then 10 laps time, it's going to be a clean victory for this number 1 machine.
Yeah, and unless something drastic happens, that one machine has this win in the bag at this point. There's no way anyone's going to be able to catch up on pure pace at this point of the race. But Matthew Burnett does have an opportunity at getting the Felix Mayer there for that second position, but the 97 has pulled away. CR7 machine. I don't know, when is this race going up, Nathan?
Well, I think it's a couple weeks from now from when we're recording.
Okay, so hopefully by the time y'all are seeing the CR7 in real life has a NASCAR Truck Series championship with Grant Enfinger. We're recording this before that, but I tell you what, if that has happened, I'm going to be the happiest man alive. You know, definitely root for this team over in real life racing, obviously. But hey, you know, Felix Mayer's got a great run going for him. You know, and the thing is too, he started third, he's kept it up there. Very solid run, and he's going to get a lot of points from it, and that's a huge deal in this championship. And you know, a lot of these guys still have a good opportunity at winning the championship, even though we're only halfway through the season. Felix Mayer only 13 points behind Derek Hamill, will actually surpass Hamill the way things are looking right now. So that's a good jump there for the 97. He can actually have a shot at the championship with this good run.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, the way that the Hamill has been running here tonight, there's a good chance that Takashi jumps him, Beal jumps him, Sam Dio, Burnett, don't know about Liam, but also Mayer. So there's a real possibility that Hamill could lose 4, 5, 6 positions in the point standings, and this point battle could get extremely good going into the final 3 races of the season. We might have a battle for second though. Burnett has kicked it up into full gear here late, as Takashi has a 3-second lead here at North Wilkesboro. That one machine is out here, but with 4 laps to go at the line, we might have a battle for the second place spot between Mayer and Burnett. But how about Takashi? Dominated at Oswego Dirt in the main Elka series, I'm pretty sure, and basically doing what she did over there, and looking like it's going to dominate here tonight at North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, and I think, did she win the Oswego race that I called? No, she has not won the season. I know she was up front at Oswego. I think it was either that or the main ARCA series that she was up front in that race, and she's been running very strong here tonight as well. Obviously, even further up through 3.5 seconds. Now, clearly the fastest car. The battle is definitely for second place, and we're at the point of no return, so only unless the one machine blows a tire from the lead, which, you know, if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd probably have 5 nickels. But let's hope that doesn't happen to her. She absolutely deserves this win, and Matthew Burnett wants to get second here on Felix Mir before this race closes out.
Absolutely. We've seen it on Short Track this year as a whole. Richmond, if you know, nobody wanted to win that one, but Takashi definitely wanted to win this one. Gonna have almost a 4-second lead at the end of this one, and Kasumi Takashi is gonna join a elusive list of Wanda Kennington and herself. Takashi will win the East Series race at North Wilkesboro Speedway.
Great win from that team. They absolutely deserved it. Almost 4 seconds. That's a pretty wide margin there compared to the rest of the field, and they were clearly the fastest car here today at North Wilkesboro.
Absolutely. Sam Leo still got top 5, but did not have the long one car nearly as much as its number 1 did. No one did, and that is most likely going to propel her to the points lead over Dale Campbell, who finished he actually finished last. He got past late, and he finished the last here tonight. That's going to be essentially 1 point. Doesn't help when you start on the outside, but that 15 machine definitely did not have the car here tonight, and that's going to hurt him in the championship. Only going to get 1 point and leave you with 59 points. That's not good. Takashi with the race win. Mayer in second. Burnett, Wine Little, he's out of struggling season. 17th for points and gets a top 5 here tonight. And then Sam Leo in 5th. Is Beal Parrish, 18th in points. Gets a race win here tonight. And then Beal, Haas, and Troy White ran out the top 10. And I think now, I believe the only driver to not have a top 10 this season leading here tonight would be Jordan Stout. He's definitely not had a good season here in the East Series, unlike in the ARCA series. And then it was Kennington, Wayne, Stout, Martin just fell off like a rock from the start on that outside lane on the front row. And then Dorn, Taylor, and Hamill rounds out the 18-car field. A calm one here at North Wilkesboro, but what's the final thoughts here for race 5 of the East Series Championship?
Definitely a fun one, and the nice thing about this being such a short season with such a short field is that everyone's going to really have an opportunity for the most part going into that finale race. So it'll be fascinating to see who is in contention once we get to it. But Takashi, Felix Mir had great runs here tonight. I'd watch out for them as the season rolls along. And who knows? Only 3 races remain, so they got to get down to it now because the season's almost over.
Absolutely. There's only 3 races to go here in the East Series Championship. And those final 3 races are some doozies. We got Indianapolis Raceway Park, Nashville Fairgrounds, the last new track on the schedule, and then, of course, New Summer on December 24th, Christmas Eve. The points are going to be in as we speak here. And the points are in, and basically, it flip-flopped. It was Dale Hamill who had a 7-point lead over Takashi, and now Takashi, with a win here tonight, has a 7-point lead over Matthew Burnett and Nicholas Samadillo. Mayer and Beal -9, and and then Hamill with only getting 1 point, because from leading the points lead to leading minus 12, a catastrophic night for that number 15 machine, and we'll see how the outcome of that plays out for the rest of the season. IRP, Nashville Fairgrounds, and NISMA, some really fun racetracks there. Thanks for joining me up here tonight. Good luck to, I guess, the driver at Charlotte tomorrow night, and Ben Watson. And once again, congratulations to Kasumi Takashi on getting the race win. And we will see you guys next time at Minneapolis Raceway Park for race 6 of the season. Bye!